All right, everybody, welcome back. It's Dr. Perlman from Paramount Chiropractic Wellness. And this is going to be a much shorter video today, I promise, because I realized I said, don't ever do this in terms of the way to stretch your hamstrings, or it's not tight hamstrings. This is still true. I stand behind it 100%. But that doesn't mean that every now and again, if you're getting a little tight back there, that they don't deserve a small stretch or a quick thing. However, let's not compromise the rest of our posterior chain by rounding. And let's end up putting, some of these lateral muscles that bisect or become almost one with part of the hamstring on the outside, especially where we'll get a common area where we will get a hamstring strain, more proximal up here where the hamstring kind of meets the lateral aspect of not only the tensor fascia lata or more associated tight IT band. I'm going to show you the three safe ways to stretch the hamstrings. Okay, first and foremost, you can do this on a wall and then the progression will be on the floor. So first I'll show you on the wall. So from right here, if I just find the wall and say I want to stretch my right hamstring, I put my right leg back and I begin to stretch my calf. And if I lean into the wall far enough, or I try to kind of flatten my foot in the back, I can get a higher stretch up here and stretch the hamstring. I like the one that actually can also strengthen your upper body and activate your core, which is actually going down to the floor like this and simply getting up, not just from the toes, trying to kind of touch like your whole foot in the back. And that can stretch up high onto your hamstrings. But even better, say I was doing the right leg here, I can put my left leg over my right, and now I can try to push away with my arms, away from my head, and I can even put my body a little bit to the outside like this, to the inside like this. You can kind of go right to left and feel that range. And are you getting a mild stretch on the area that you feel is tight? Probably the safest way to stretch the hamstring would be this next variation. I've made a video like this in the past, but your hands end up on the leg opposite to the one you're stretching. So say I want to stretch my left hamstring. I'll just put my heel on the floor like this, and I'll just simply do a hip hinge, which is another thing you really want to do well, is hip hinge back, push my butt back, feel it in my calf, and then just like that, as the more I sit into it, I start to feel it in my hamstring. With the right leg, again, hands on my thighs, I'm just going to sit back. You can have your hands over here on your waist too. There's no set principled exact way to do it, except you want your heel to the floor and the other leg bent, knee bent, and then you just sit back, hip hinge back, butt back, butt back, butt back, and then this is stretching. The last way to do this, once you have the band around the toes, a lot of athletes are familiar with this one. You simply come up here like this. This band's not even strong enough to really do the stretch that I'm trying to show you today, but you can pull the top part of the foot down towards you as you safely stretch the hamstring. And this will really get a great stretch to the hamstring because you're really bringing the leg up. You can also, and again, my back is neutral right now. I don't have to round it out. I don't have to bend forward. I don't have to reach up. The reason I like this variation is I like to bring my leg across my body and really target the outside part of this area here again, which I think is so important to begin to stretch this and start to open this area by bringing it across your body and up, across your body and up. So if I started to do so now I'm going to do the left foot to show you the way that would look going across toward the camera. So it wouldn't just be straight up this way. Even though that's a fine stretch, you really want to bring the leg across this way and kind of angle and point the toes back down that way toward the shoulder blade. As the leg comes over, now you're really getting a good stretch on the lateral aspect, kind of actually opening up that glute medius, opening up that gluteus maximus, and some of the actual last lumbar facets. So not only is this a great way to stretch your hamstring, but it's also it can actually be a good exercise for the lower back. So guys, those are the 3 stretches that I recommend to not just stretch your hamstrings mildly when you're stretching them, but more importantly to protect your back and avoid any other further injury or shortening of the psoas muscle during those stretches. You can obviously see how that can stabilize your core and keep that psoas long and protect your back and not do so much lumbar rounding, potentially create an opportunity for an injury to occur. So guys, there it is, the safe hamstring stretches, and until next time, this is Dr. Pearl.